Reincarnation anime can be chaotic, dramatic, or straight up hilarious. So today we're diving into 10 rebirth stories you absolutely need to watch right now. Strap in, because some of these picks go way harder than expected. Kicking off with number 10, Magic Maker, Isekai Mahou no Tsukurikata. Magic Maker drops you into the life of a protagonist who basically gets reincarnated with the ultimate life hack, the ability to custom build magic from scratch. It's like being reborn with a cosmic 3D printer that spits out spells. And honestly, watching him struggle through trial and error magic crafting is way more entertaining than it should be. Dude looks like he's speedrunning wizardry half the time. What I love here is the world building. It's dense without being overwhelming, and the magic system has rules that actually make sense. Rare, I know. Plus, the supporting cast is surprisingly wholesome instead of the usual "Hi, I met you 5 minutes ago. Now I'm in love with you." Also refreshing, a reincarnated main character who isn't instantly overpowered but actually works for his abilities. If you enjoy fantasy worlds that feel alive, characters who evolve naturally, and a main character who doesn't behave like he downloaded a cheat menu, Magic Maker deserves a spot on your watch list. Great pacing, engaging magic logic, and just enough chaos to keep things fun. Sliding to number 9, I'm a Behemoth. Now look, there are reincarnation anime, and then there are anime where you get reborn as something so ridiculous you have to sit back and question the writer's sanity. I'm a Behemoth is proudly in the second category. Our dude dies, reincarnates, and comes back as a tiny monster with strength that makes seasoned warriors cry. The transformation glow-up is insane. Tiny body, massive damage. This anime is exactly the kind of chaotic fun the reincarnation genre needs sometimes. It doesn't pretend to be deep. It just wants to entertain you with wild fights, bizarre antics, and a main character trying to survive while everyone keeps underestimating him based on his size. Classic anime problem. What really sells it is the comedy sprinkled between battles. The protagonist may look cute, but the power scaling is disrespectfully absurd in the best way. If you love reincarnation stories that are more playful than serious, where world logic occasionally gets drop-kicked out the window, this one will hook you fast. It's nonsense, but in the most enjoyable, bingeable way possible. Landing on number 8, The Beginning After the End. The Beginning After the End takes the reincarnation trope and sharpens it with emotional storytelling, rich world building, and a main character who actually feels like he lived an entire life before being reborn. King Grey's reincarnation into a magical world isn't about power fantasy. It's about growth, trauma, responsibility, and rediscovering purpose. And trust me, this anime hits those beats hard. Arthur, our reincarnated king, doesn't just level up, he learns, he struggles, he adapts, and he has that perfect balance of confidence and vulnerability that makes him feel real. The world is gorgeous, filled with mana beasts, kingdoms, family bonds, and politics that aren't boring filler. The action? Clean, powerful, and choreographed with weight. What I love most is how the show blends warmth and danger. One episode you're smiling through wholesome family moments, the next you're gripping your seat because the stakes suddenly spike like crazy. The charm, the pacing, the character depth, it all works. If you want reincarnation with emotional layers instead of straight-up cheat code flexing, this one delivers beautifully. Looking at number 7, Compass 2.0, Combat Providence Analysis System. This one is wild, from the aesthetics to the action to the sheer digital chaos. Compass 2.0 feels like someone reincarnated inside a strategic battle simulator running at maximum brightness. The protagonist wakes up inside a cyber world where battles mix magic, tech, and pure rule-breaking insanity. Every fight feels like a highlight reel from a futuristic esports event. Characters don't just battle, they perform, each with unique abilities that make combat more like a choreographed spectacle. What's refreshing is how the show keeps the tension high. Losing in this world actually matters, and every victory comes with consequences. The reincarnation twist is handled differently too. Instead of the usual medieval magic world, you're thrown into a hyper-stylized arena system filled with mysteries, factions, and characters who feel like they belong in a high-speed gacha game you'd definitely overspend on. It's fast, flashy, and surprisingly addictive. If you're into reincarnation stories that push the genre into tech-heavy, neon-soaked storytelling rather than the standard fantasy formula, Compass 2.0 brings something new to the table. Dropping into number 6, Scared Rider Zex. Scared Rider Zex is reincarnation meets sci-fi meets chaotic squad energy. You've got parallel worlds, demon invasions, and a group of uniquely skilled fighters who look like they walked straight out of a rock band album cover. The reincarnation angle is subtle but adds emotional weight to the characters, especially as the story digs into identity, destiny, and second chances. This anime thrives on vibes, dramatic speeches, flashy transformations, stylish battles, and the kind of interpersonal tension that makes episode endings feel like cliffhangers even when the plot isn't doing anything crazy. What sets it apart is how character-driven it is. Instead of generic power-ups, you get emotional arcs that dive into purpose and fear, hence the scared in the title. Some episodes feel like therapy sessions with explosions in the background. Plus, the squad chemistry is genuinely fun. They bicker, they banter, they break rules, and half the time you're not sure if they're trying to save the world or start a boy band. It's flawed, messy, stylish, and weirdly compelling, a unique reincarnation-adjacent ride. Rolling into number 5, Fafner the Beyond. If you like reincarnation stories that slap your emotions around like a piñata, Fafner the Beyond is waiting to ruin your day in the best possible way. This series is heavy, philosophical, tragic, and full of characters who carry the scars of countless lives and battles. The reincarnation aspect is woven through the narrative, connecting characters by fate and trauma across lifetimes. Every episode feels like it's balancing hope and despair, and somehow it keeps you glued despite knowing emotional damage is guaranteed. The mech battles? Beautifully brutal. The animation hits that sweet spot where everything feels weighty, impactful, and visually haunting. Nothing ever feels like filler. Every moment pushes the story forward or deepens the mystery. It's the kind of anime where you finish an episode and need a moment to process your existence. You start off thinking you're watching a standard sci-fi epic and then realize you're knee-deep in psychological reincarnation drama with giant robots and heartbreaking stakes. Intense, memorable, and unforgettable, Fafner is an emotional marathon worth running. Sliding down to number 4, Ascendance of a Bookworm. If overpowered reincarnations aren't your vibe, Ascendance of a Bookworm brings something refreshingly grounded. An adorable yet driven protagonist reincarnated into a body so frail it feels like the universe nerfed her on purpose. But she's got ambition. She wants books. Not magic. Not power. Books. This obsession becomes the most wholesome rebellion ever. Watching her outsmart tradition, poverty, and even illness, just to recreate paper and reading culture is genuinely inspiring. This anime isn't about flashy battle scenes. It's about problem solving, innovation, and a girl who refuses to let a medieval world stop her from living her dreams. But don't let the cozy vibe fool you. The world can be harsh, the stakes very real, and the political intrigue sneaks up on you like a plot twist you didn't ask for. The characters are incredibly charming, and the pacing makes every accomplishment feel earned. If you want reincarnation that focuses on humanity, creativity, and heart, while still delivering gripping storytelling, this one is a must-watch. Crashing into number 3, Bungo and Alchemist, Gears of Judgment. This one? Oh, number 3 will mess with your head in the best way possible. Bungo and Alchemist throws you into a world where legendary authors are reincarnated into a literary battlefield. Yes, reincarnated writers fighting to save corrupted books. It's wild. Every character is based on a real historical author, and the anime blends their personalities, tragedies, and writing styles into magical combat abilities. Watching these authors dive into corrupted novels to purify them feels like Kingdom Hearts for literature nerds. The creativity here is insane. The battles aren't just physical, they're symbolic, emotional, layered with references that hit harder if you know the author's real histories. And even if you don't, the drama still lands. The aesthetic, moody, elegant, and atmospheric. It's reincarnation but with intellectual spice. A perfect pick for fans who want something deeper than the usual MC gets reborn with cheat powers formula. And the bonds between characters? Dramatic in the best possible way. Unique, stylish, and surprisingly emotional. This one stands out immediately. Approaching number 2, Nil Admirari no Tenbin. Nil Admirari no Tenbin blends supernatural mystery, reincarnation themes, and a heavy dose of character drama into a beautifully moody package. The story revolves around cursed books, emotional trauma, and characters who feel like they've lived multiple lives of pain and responsibility. Even without an explicit reincarnation plot, the themes of rebirth and emotional renewal hit hard. The anime is drenched in atmosphere. Dark colors, slow burn tension, characters carrying secrets that slowly unravel. The protagonist's journey becomes a metaphor for rediscovery, empowerment, and reclaiming identity. And yes, there's romance, but it doesn't overshadow the mystery. The world feels dangerous in a quiet, psychological way. Every cursed book has a story. Every character has consequences trailing them like shadows, and the stakes escalate in ways you don't see coming. If you enjoy reincarnation-adjacent stories that pull you into emotional depth, moral dilemmas, and twisted supernatural lore, this one delivers an experience that's haunting, elegant, and dramatically addictive. Finally, number 1. Norn 9. Norn 9 is the reincarnation blend of sci-fi, fantasy, romance, and wait, what is happening energy that pulls you in fast. The story follows a group of gifted individuals traveling on a mysterious airship, although each with abilities that feel tied to deeper destinies and possible past lives. The reincarnation themes are subtle but woven through the emotional arcs, memories, connections, déjà vu moments, and relationships that feel older than the characters themselves. What makes Norn 9 shine is the vibe, dreamy, atmospheric, and beautifully melodic. You're not just watching a plot, you're floating through it. The cast is diverse, the powers unique, and the world mysterious enough to keep you theorizing. There's romance, but it blends smoothly with the sci-fi intrigue and psychological character drama. And the visuals? Soft, warm, and deliberately immersive. This is the kind of anime that doesn't rely on loud twists. It seduces you with slow build tension, emotional storytelling, and a sense of destiny threading through everything. A perfect pick for fans who love reincarnation themes with elegance and heart. And that wraps up our reincarnation countdown. Whether you love chaotic rebirths, emotional second chances, or mind-bending twists, this list has something for every type of anime fan. Drop a comment telling me which one you're watching first, hit that like button, and subscribe for more anime deep dives every week. See you in the next video.